Good morning, everyone. My name is Salma Alysa, and here I'm going to deliver my speech entitled Euthanasia Should Be Legalized. The issue of euthanasia has become a controversial issue regarding the debate whether it is tantamount to murder. But do you know what is the meaning of euthanasia? Let me explain you the definition of euthanasia. Euthanasia is the practice of ending the life of a patient to limit the patient's suffering. The patient in question would typically be terminally ill or experiencing great pain and suffering. The word euthanasia itself comes from the Greek word eu means good and thanatos means death. So what's the problem with that? Regarding the increasing cases each year in Belgium, Canada, Colombia, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, euthanasia is legalized, while assisted suicide is permitted in Switzerland and a handful of UA states. In fact, this choice was also made because of many considerations, including about criminalizing the actually rational choice to end pain and suffering experienced by the patient. And today, I will propose my argument that euthanasia should be legalized, which is based on three reasons: to reduce pain, to have one's own choice to live or to die, or we call it simply human rights. And the last one is to provide better options for those who are unable to pay the treatment but are sick for a long time. So the first argument is to lessen the pain. Legalizing euthanasia would provide an opportunity for terminally ill and long-term patients, especially those with little or no healing potential or incurable to one another, to ease their suffering. A study conducted by Pidana Fatirana in 2017 studied comprehensively about the legalization of required euthanasia, and it was said that the application and consent method had also been confirmed to obtain euthanasia for family member as well as from the patient himself, which was called voluntary euthanasia, a wish from the patient himself to explain how the pain was felt, so they want to end his life. And the second argument is to have one's choice to live or die. Voluntary euthanasia is, as I previously mentioned, a situation in which the patient directly requests or expresses wish to be assisted in dying because the suffering experience is unbearable. This refers to the human rights he has, so he chooses to end his suffering by euthanasia. Voluntary euthanasia is carried out in a safe procedure and has obtained the consent of the patient so that there is no reason for family members, let alone other parties, to prohibit it, let alone define it as suicide. It can be concluded that is their own inviolable choice. And the final argument is to give the poor a better choice. Chronic disease is generally a disease that has been protracted and experienced by patients for years and even decades of life. This is a type of disease that has a medical cost that is so high that at some point it will put the patient and their family in a situation where they can no longer afford to pay for treatment. It will indirectly provide cost savings for the family in the future so that they don't have to run out again to pay for disease that may not be cured anymore. In addition, many service companies and charities provide free euthanasia to those in need. So, um, It can be concluded that euthanasia should be legalized based on the three reasons I already mentioned before. First is to reduce pain of patient. The second is to have a choice of life or death or human rights. And the last one is to provide better option for those who are incapacitated financially but are sick for a long time. It is hoped that the law and worldview will understand this issue and the best less negative controversy. So that's all from me. Thank you for having me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.